Welcome to the March issue of Shutter Magazine. I'm Michael Corsentino, and this month we're talking about one of my favorite lighting sources, ring lights. Now, this is a specialty light source often used in beauty, fashion, and portraiture. We talked about 3 different commonly used ring lights in the article, so let's take a look at each of them. First up are ring flash adapters, which work with your existing speed lights. This one is made by Ray Flash and it's distributed by Expo Imaging. This, in fact, is the light that was used, or the modifier that was used to produce the cover image of Lauren with that cool background. Again, they work with your existing speed light, and speed light is mounted on top of the camera, like so. Right, and then this slides over like that, and then your lens comes right through here like that. Okay, so that's one, and there's another one manufactured by Orbis, which is similar. So lots of different stuff to choose from in the ring flash adapter realm. Now that's a $200 light source, so pretty impressive results, as you can see from the cover image and a couple of the other images in the article. So that's one style, and then we've got the pack and head style, which is obviously a different price point and a different application. When you're ready to step up to professional lighting and pack and heads, you know, you have a lot more juice that you can shoot with, a lot more power. And some different options. This was used to produce the promotional shot of Wendy and Byron Rowe. That's also in the article. And this is what the Pro Photo version, which I use, looks like. Here's the ring flash head. So why would I want to use this as opposed to the ring flash adapters for speed lights? Well, I like it because obviously, like I said, it's got a lot more juice. Number one, I can shoot with it, you know, all day, and I'm fine with it because the pack has a tremendous amount of power, and it also has a lot more light output power. And I can also use it in conjunction with some light shapers and light modifiers, specifically in the case of Pro Photo, which I really like. This is the wide soft reflector, which I used in the image of Byron and Wendy. It gives it a little softness because the ring flash light can be a very specular, hard, kind of contrasty light. So the nice thing is that the modifier, the wide soft reflector, kind of softens that a lot, which is useful. All right, the next one, last up in our 3 that we looked at, is the constant light ring flash. And this one is distributed by Personal Touch Photo at the studio Brian Krussel out of somewhere in Middle America. And this is an awesome light as well. This is a departure from the other 2 in that it is a fluorescent tube rather than flash-based. And constant light is really nice because it's what you see is what you get. So let's power it on for a minute and you can see the quality of light. Your camera obviously goes through the center. This light source differs in the fact that it is not mounted to your camera. So you don't have the same exposure issues to consider. With these, you do have the consideration that since they're mounted on your camera, and typically I'm working manually, if I'm moving in with it, and I'm working with a prime lens, if I'm moving in and out, my relative position between my light source and my subject is changing, so therefore my exposures are going to change. So you really have to be cognizant of that. If you have a good exposure locked in and then you change your positioning with a ring light, your exposure is going to change and you'll need to compensate for that. If you're using a zoom lens and you're maintaining your position, then you don't have the same issues. So just worth noting. With the constant light source, your light is remaining in a fixed position. The nice thing, let me just pick this up again and show you, is that it's got this little gooseneck arm, so you can attach it, you put it on a light stand, shoot through it, and you have some more range of motion than with the others without affecting your exposure. So that's ring lights, and let's turn that off. They are really, really cool and definitely worth a look. They're a lot of fun to play with. Again, a specialty light source, not something that you want to use every day or every time out, but boy, when it comes to beauty and fashion, it's hard to beat the ring light. So that's it for this month. This has been Michael Corsentino for Shutter Magazine, and I encourage you to get out there and light it up.